Welcome everybody to another episode of Source Wall, uh, our Release the Snyder Cut podcast series, episode 15, with your boy Kojay and your boy Parademon 44.
Well, it's good, everybody.
Hell yeah! It
You know,
is it is May 18th, 6:40 p.m. Pacific time, and there's a lot of good Snyder Cut buzz. I was at work, so I kind of need you to fill me in. I saw a little bit, but wow,
but
what
yeah,
I
I guess
saw.
we shouldn't start from the day. We can start from yesterday, where
All right.
apparently there was a release. Well, there was information released about a screening that happened for Zack Snyder's Justice League for the Snyder Cut on in February on the 6th.
You think
And
that was a domino effect today?
yeah, it does look like a domino effect because all of a sudden, you feel what I mean? All these fucking journals started popping out for clout, and you feel me, trying to get there first and all that. All the
Mm.
regular shit saying like, "Oh yeah, I knew this and I knew that." Okay, you're right. There was a screening, but you didn't want to. You don't want to know what they said during the screening. You know,
I did
and
see a
then
few of those. Oh my
so
gosh.
yeah, trying to creep up whatever little clout that they had could get left. Very little, but you know. But this was put out there by Heroic Hollywood, as they were called, they called the guy Dumberto, you know. And this guy from me, he's been denying the Snyder Cut probably since day one. So for him to
Mm-hmm.
come out saying like, oh yeah, something is happening, then I guess something is happening because he's a full time hater. He's not real at all. Anyway, like moving past that, Sean O'Connell, someone who is real, you feel me, like would confirm this and say like, yeah, there was a screening of the Snyder Cut on the 6th, and then a whole bunch of other people would chime in. There was a whole day about it. Everyone was talking about it on Twitter. If you've seen it, you know, people made videos about it, which also leads into today. You feel me? Where earlier on in the day, you know, there was a lot of journos. Well, not a lot, but people were still obviously talking about it. And then, another hater, Peter Soretta, comes out like saying, "Oh, it's happening." You feel me? I'm mad salty. It's pretty much what. Then he's like, "Bookmark this so you guys know that I said it first because it's happening, even though I'm in the corner crying right now." Wee. And everyone's like, "Oh, what's happening?" But
Oh
I think
man.
I think before that, Grace Randolph said on Twitter, a lot of people are saying that they were wrong. Read the Snyder Cut because the news is all over town that the deal is closing as we speak. Expect an official announcement very soon,
Now
and
what's
and
crazy
the
is,
story could
oh,
leak
go on.
via a trade even sooner.
Yeah.
You know?
Now to add on to that, well, I was catching all the hype while I was at work. Every now and then it was like slow. I would take a peek, because I like to check on and make sure I don't miss something. And I just see all this buzz, and even my non Snyder Cut Snyder, my non Snyder Cut friends even hit me up saying, "Hey man, it looks like Snyder Cut's coming." I was like, "What?" One of my buddies who's just into like you know uh, reviews, literature, and journalism. He even said in one of his media groups, from
Mm.
LA, that he said, "Hey, it came up in our groups that it's coming out." And I was like, "What?" You know, so
Yeah,
that says a
interesting.
lot to me.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. You feel me? All these people now that that were maybe on the sidelines before, or I guess they're hearing the rumbling.
Yeah, and they're like, "Whoa, I heard about this. Ooh, it's that thing again. Ooh, I would like to see that flourish and come to fruition. That'd be great."
Especially during the time where it's not really cool to fucking just be a hater anymore, right?
Yeah, that aggression is just too tiring. I don't see anyone who could hold on to that forever without being a horrible person.
You're right, and that leads into after that, a whole bunch of people started coming out. A whole bunch of journals and all that started coming out saying a lot of you're doing a lot of reneging, backstepping. You feel what I mean? Saying a lot of sly shit like, oh man. Even this one guy said, like, I guess WB does negotiate with terrorists. So these guys, so you feel me? These journos, these blue checks, they Saudi as hell right now, cause they know they
With
about to get
terrorists. Wow.
they about to get hit with 10,000 spirit guns. You feel me? Like straight to the soul. You feel me? Like, like they
Wow.
niggas called us terrorists, but it's all right though, cause you know we collecting all that salt.
Mm-hmm.
We collecting all that salt. We're gonna have a lot of meat to cure.
Yeah, we're gonna be handing out a lot of steaks and a lot of margaritas for all you to enjoy while we enjoy this Snyder cut and all together.
Yeah, even Blandy Andy Ignore, you know,
Handy
from
Handy Sig
Fan and Wire.
Ignore.
You remember, you know, that big headed troll looking motherfucker. You feel me? That was you know pretty much trolling the Snyder Cut movement. Not only just a few weeks ago. You feel what I
That's
mean?
the one
Look
who
where we're
sexually
at
harasses
now.
women, right?
He's reneging, backstepping, like, oh, making video. I guess the Snyder Cut is coming. He's getting clowned into oblivion. Like, everyone's getting clowned. You feel
Especially
me?
all his dedicated, harsh words towards us and the movie and the movement and to Zach. It's like, you guys really
Yep,
want to roll like that, huh?
yep, yep. It's like, and it hasn't even officially been. Don't get your hopes up yet, because it hasn't really officially been announced. What you're seeing is it's just you feel me. You know, the people are just shaking a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of uprising here or there, but the shit didn't hit the fan yet because it hasn't been announced yet. When it gets announced, and that's why Andy is trying. He's like, "Oh man, don't chop up my head because I know it's about to come back like in the next few days." It don't matter how many streams you do with John Garza. Niggas don't even fuck with John Garza. Still gonna be off with your head.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jody hiding under a blanket right now. So rest in peace, SnyderCut. Yeah, right. It's about to be rest in peace,
That's
Jody's corner.
right. Dang, you. Whew.
Yeah, done up out here. You feel me? Yeah, done the fuck up out here. Like, anyway, moving on. Boom. Let me look this up first. Give me like, take over from me, Kojay. Give me like 30 seconds.
All right. So to add on to what you're saying, uh, I love seeing all this change and this hope coming from everywhere, even places that are not SnyderCut, like my friends and all the other people and my other MCU friends. Even they are all hyped to hear it's coming out too. They're like, "Oh crap, it's coming out! Oh, I can't wait to see that." I was like, "All right, cool," but this is not a win. This is maybe a good sign of hope, like maybe Gandalf coming over the mountain with a whole army to back you up. But um, I don't feel like we won. I can't feel like I feel like we won. I feel like it's just another win because we win when we have the film Zack Snyder's Justice League in hand. I mean, to see it is great
Yep,
too,
I
but I
agree.
feel it wins when we own that shit. Because I have a Blu-ray collection dedicated to Zack Snyder's DCEU
Mm-hmm.
for what we have, and that
I
is
agree.
missing a spot and a half.
And I need that.
Snyder Cut will be that, and then filling the half part would be the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. Those two movies coming out, and I could watch all five of that DCEU perfection. It's just going to be glorious and beautiful in one package. That is the win. That is the triumph. That is the battle and the wars and everything being won. This is just another win for us in our court.
Well, I guess to give everybody a little bit of of blood. I guess you could say we're the force is definitely crumbling. You feel me? The walls are
Mm.
crumbling. They're coming down. We're about to infiltrate. It's about to be a full siege. You know, we just haven't made it to the kingdom yet, but we outside.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah,
You feel
we're
me? Like,
outside.
but today too, Zack Snyder announced that he will be doing another watch party, an official. You feel me? Straight from Zack Snyder. No one else. you feel me, associated or involved, you feel me, free from the man himself, to do a Man of Steel commentary watch party, which will also be a Q&A, you feel me, on Wednesday. You know, Sean O'Connell recently wrote an article about this, you feel me, and it goes into how 7 weeks ago Zack Snyder hosted an intimate screening of Batman v Superman via his Vero. And he did, because me and Kojay checked that shit out, and it was dope.
Mm-hmm.
So going to his post, we have here Zack Snyder on Twitter. Many of us are struggling during this time, he says. Felt it could be cathartic to come together now for a Man of Steel watch party and celebrate the ultimate symbol of hope. I think he's talking about Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Submit some questions. I'll answer a few after. Man of Steel, hashtag Superman. You feel me? You know, Vero Connect. He has a little poster on there, sponsored by Vero, all that shit. You feel me? All that good shit. As they say, Zack Snyder and released the Snyder Cut, keeping Vero alive since 2017.
Pretty much, you know it. You know it.
Word up. None of that shit will be found on Twitter. Anyway, you know, we won't really go into, not to play out Sean, but we won't really bore you or stuff you with, you know, articles. But he does show some love, say some interesting things. He covers, you know, reactions from the fans and everything. You know, he also goes into the BVS screening. I don't know if any of you guys haven't seen that already. It's on YouTube. Not the movie itself with the, you know, with the BVS, you know, commentary, but you can get the commentary on YouTube or other platforms and watch it, you know, over BVS, and it's a pretty great commentary if you're into the film. If you haven't checked it out yet, you know, for the people who are going to be checking out the Man of Steel one and want to catch up, there you go.
And Man of Steel is probably going to be the same way. It's very simple. You play the YouTube video. Zach even gives you instructions to how to sync you're watching on your same laptop, computer, or on TV or wherever. You sync it up, and then you press play when he says play on YouTube, and you watch it with his audio commentary, and you can look back at it because he shows you some designs and drawings of the shots. Very passionate guy, so it's really cool. You can do it anytime. It's pretty easy. Even Ed Boon of Mortal Kombat watched and tweeted release the Snyder Cut, so there you go.
Yep. He's one of us.
Yeah, that makes Mortal Kombat.
Shout out to Ed Boon.
Hell Kombat, yeah. You know what I mean? That makes Mortal Kombat Pro release the Snyder Cut.
I fuck with Mortal Kombat. Literally, I can honestly say that Mortal Kombat is probably one of the only games, if out of a few games, you feel me, that I fucked with my whole life since I was like a young kid.
Yo, and same here, man. It does make me
feel good to know that, you feel me, a man like himself, Ed Boon, and you feel me, the dudes at NetherRealm are behind this shit and thinking to do it. So,
hell yeah.
Beyond that, there is a thing, you know, about how this will be coming out. This Man of Steel watch party will be coming out, you feel me, on the 20th. Just a week before HBO Max is released. So, obviously, you know what that means, which leads into our next topic. You feel what I mean?
But just to add to it, I want to say it is interesting that he picks Wednesday, a day middle of the week, in the morning, because some of us, the few of us that do still have work early or whatever. We have a schedule. So he didn't pick any weekend like he did before. This is specifically a day in the week with a specific time. Maybe it is his busy schedule, or maybe there's a time-sensitive reasoning for him doing it. That's something I am thinking about too. Also, my journalist friend, he said that he said that he wouldn't be surprised if we find out an announcement tonight. It's like tonight. Because they're all expecting something tomorrow. And I told him, well, Zack Snyder's doing this Superman, Man of Steel watch Q&A commentary thing on Wednesday. He's like, oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Cool. So clearly he wasn't even talking about that. He didn't even know. So it's interesting to see what happens after.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people on Twitter reneging. There's a lot of people saying, get hyped, it's coming. A lot of people, you know, even Umberto said, you know, Dumberto, the hater, said, like, oh, you know, You guys are definitely going to be want to be here to watch this watch party. You know, the Man of Steel watch party. And this is from Dumberto, a guy
Mm-hmm.
who notoriously, hates Zack Snyder, pretty much. And
Ugh.
I'm even looking at a tweet right now where Joker Flag, you feel me? I guess he sent him screenshots of him being a dickhead. But he says, "Yep, guilty as charged. I admit it. I own it." That being said, because of the movement's resiliency, focus, and strategy, it obviously worked. They got my respect for that and raising 150K for a good cause.
Oh, now he
So
brings it up. That's cute.
yeah, exactly. Cause yeah, hold the L. Like
Mm-hmm.
I will give you a motherfuckers out here copping the play. You feel me? At least he bowed out, But Ronaldo does say, you feel me? Are you gonna apologize to Fiona for calling her a crazy woman? And yes, that's very
Oh.
true. So we'll see about that. We're gonna, that's what I'm saying. This shit, no, I'm not even gonna say what I'm about to say. You feel me?
Say
Yes,
it.
I am about to say what I'm about to say. This
Come on,
shit's
it's
gonna be
so
like
small,
the
baby.
end of World War II, nigga. We're
Mm.
getting all you motherfuckers round up.
Mm.
Oh yeah. You
Ah.
feel me? And we're ridiculing the shit at you bitches. You feel me? It's gonna walk you all across Twitter. And so shame.
Yeah,
Shame on you stupid Nazi blogger journos.
we're gonna be inglorious bastards and carve that symbol on your head.
And then we're gonna leave you in Germany and make you rebuild it by yourself. Hold out. For real. And I ain't just about to just walk away from this. You're about to answer for this shit.
I'm still waiting on some other people to answer
That
and
was the moral
apologize.
of what I said. That you're about to answer for this shit. For what y'all put us through with this shit, oh yeah, there's gonna be some answers and some apologies and some begging and copping of pleas. Like, yeah, dude, for free. You better get your plea now. And see
Mm-hmm.
everybody here. You see everybody putting in their plea early. You better put your plea in now, like unemployment. You better put that shit in early. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
right now there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of rumor and talk about, you feel me, pretty much saying that it's coming now, or it will be announced soon. We have even CBR. CBR just wrote an article about it 38 minutes ago. Justice League Snyder Cut may stream on HBO Max. You feel me? Like
Dang.
Phantom Wire. You feel me? Well, we already know who runs that stupid shit. You got Vulture. Everything we know about the infamous cut still going. Cinema Blend still going. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Like slash film. Like we said. You feel me? People that notoriously hate, the DCU and Snyder. Talking Snyder Cut of Justice League, rumored for release. You feel me? So, it screen crushed 5 hours ago. Rumors fly that Justice League Snyder Cut is getting released. Like, so, can't really blame people for thinking that this shit might be getting released. Does the Snyder Cut exist? The history of the lost Justice League movie, IGN.
Wow.
And I've heard, trying to hopping on the bandwagon, not sure. But
Mm-hmm.
we
That's
won't
what
really
it
be
looks like.
reading too much of those, but because we already read, showing all the national actors, but that's the number one. That's it. Anyway, maybe we can hop over the. We don't really have to hop over the YouTube, but take over, Kojay. What do you think of all this? You feel me? News that is flooding right now. All the tears, all the. You feel me? The debate, the imminent explosion of salty minds.
The salty minds, honestly, I predicted. I'm actually a little bit impressed because I was actually expecting the oppositions to be more consistent. Like, oh wow, it's coming out, it's still gonna suck, or like those. And I feel that there's still gonna be that narrative, like from certain corners and all that. But I'm actually
Yeah, they do
impressed
have to.
that a
They
lot of
have to
people are
regroup.
going, wow, it's happening. This is cool. I like that it's overwhelming. It's a lot, and it's spilling out as fast as possible, which probably tells me something's going to be announced soon. Because for everyone to get hyped really quick, usually it's not this fast. Where everyone in different areas, people didn't expect to get hyped. You know, That tells me an announcement's coming very very soon. And
Yeah,
from certain people that are changing their tones so quickly, that does impress me. And but again, I want to see what comes because I feel like we still have to fight because I feel like there's something concerning for me coming up with this mini series or web series angle. I don't like that. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me because cutting up the Snyder Cut in pieces or as a web series in parts was introduced to us by 40 Club back in summer 2019. Listen to Go Deep, listen to anything we've said around that time or whatever. Even in Chris Wong's show, Ping Pong Flicks, I think he mentions that too around that time.
yeah,
But I never liked that idea because that idea has been around since then. And since then, I have not heard or seen Snyder post anything other than I want this film out. This is from my film. 214 minutes is the runtime. You know, it's like all these things never pointed to a series. The only people who have brought up a series are people who are not Snyder, particularly a group that's probably getting their juice information from the actual source that is against Snyder and pro Justice League. Therefore, that is a group that is accustomed to editing and cutting down his shit. Remember the 165 minutes. So it's coming from that camp of putting it in web series. And then when I see other Snyder Cut supporters be down with it, it just makes me step back and scratch my head and wonder who people really are. And unless I hear Zack Snyder say, yes, I do want to go with this is going to fill the hole in my filmography, like he told Sean O'Connell, then I'll be like, all right, man, that's what you want. I respect that. That's cool. Just like George Lucas. It's your Star Wars. You want to make the prequels? You want to do the special edition? Go for it. It's yours. Do whatever the fuck you want. It's your baby. So I respect that, regardless. But I haven't heard that or seen that. And from my gut instinct, coming, granted, I am different too, and I'm not the caliber or level that Zack Snyder is, but I am also a filmmaker. And I know that when you have a project and a film and a story you want to tell, you want it to be told and shown in a specific way. There's an end game result. There's no compromise. And cutting it down into 6 episode, 5 episode, whatever, and people saying this is going to help the family and whatever, I was like, how is that going? That's only going to benefit subscribers and HBO Max. The film, if everything's in it, however long it will be, is in the film. That's the experience. He set out to make a film. To come out in another way still tells me they're like taking Sword and Shield away from fucking Wonder Woman. It's like they're nerfing still. It's like, okay, if it's given to the masses as a web series, the Snyder Cut cannot be considered on IMDb or whatever as a film. It'll be cited on IMDb as a web series or TV series. They call web series TV series on there too. So then they're still winning. They're cutting Snyder out of the equation, out of the picture of film, and he's a filmmaker. Unless he decides to venture off into different things like anime for Netflix, that's a different thing. But he set off to make a film, and I'm honoring the guy because I feel, from my artistic integrity, that is what you set out to do. And every single person who's pro the web series and has brought up the web series are all people who are not Zack Snyder and all people who are not
yeah.
tightly close to his
It's
camp,
mostly
no
40
matter
Club
how
people
friends
who've
they are.
been bringing that up.
Yeah, it is mostly 40 Club people and people who are, I'm surprised, who are tied with 40 Club saying that narrative. So, um, that's the thing that tells me we have not won yet. Sure, Snyder Cut's coming out, but are they still going to mingle with it? And they, I mean the corporation, HBO Max, uh, whoever is behind it, Warner Brothers, Jeff Johns, whoever is behind it to cut it up and make it not a film, to still squeeze the buck for them. That still tells me we still have quite a fight to go. Because what? Am I going to get this on Blu-ray? And each segment of seeing the Snyder Cut, I'll have to go press the button to go skip intro, skip end credits, skip intro, skip end credits, skip intro, skip end credits, just to have a marathon of the 3 movies by Zack Snyder? Or are they... So when they do that, I'm also thinking, fans like me want to see it as the film as it was intended. So Are people going to torrent it and then do a fan cut where they put it together like a film and everyone watches that instead and not even fuck with HBO Max? So that's my concern. And that concern
Well, I can probably come in there and
bothers me
answer
more
that. Is
than
that I think maybe our people are just
what?
jumping the gun and maybe overreacting
Hmm.
a little bit when it comes to this because it's like we don't know exactly in what form it'll be dropped. And for one thing, it can still be considered a film and still be released in parts. Like we're assuming that they might do it episodic and week by week basis, but they could drop it all at once. You feel what I mean? Like Hateful Eight. Also, or also on top of that, they could come out in different forms. Like, they could split if they're gonna, try to take the 5 hour assembly and take whatever, leftover footage is in there and add it to that and maybe get to around a 4.5 hour or close to 5 hour rough, of a cut of a film slash series. They can cut that in half into a 2 part film. You feel me? And then, sell that on Blu-ray. Be like, all right, here's the full version all in one. You feel what I mean? Maybe they'll throw an intermission in between or some shit. Or you can get a version that's, no intermission in between, just full through. But they already, Watchmen Ultimate Edition. That's how the film is set up on the Ultimate Edition. There's the full film. There's intermissions in between. You feel me? During the long part, I think like every hour or so, it hits like a short, like 5 to 10 minute intermission. You feel me? And then it picks up back perfectly back into the film. So I think that people may be too worried that it might just come out as a series only on HBO Max and that's it. And I definitely don't think if it's getting to the point where it is coming out, I don't think they're gonna leave that money on the table for the people like me and you who want to
Hmm.
own this. You feel me? And the people also like me and you who are willing to also watch this on streaming for the first time. You feel me? And
Right.
also the people that want to watch this in full form. You feel me? Just like if you go on Netflix, they have 2 versions of Hateful Eight. You feel me? They have the extended. They do have an extended director's cut version on there, and then they have, you feel what I mean, the super extended 5 part, version. You feel what I mean? That you can watch all in parts and everything, but even when it comes to Netflix and everything, it comes off like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to skip the intro. Is there gonna be an intro in between? But in that Hateful Eight shit, there wasn't even really an intro in between. Like if you watch Hateful Eight, they already had, like, you feel me, acts. Like, you feel me, in certain parts of the film where it would pretty much go to the next part and it would tell you what that part was. They just kind of lined that all up. So, and on Netflix, there's a skip intro button. So if they'll have that on HBO Max, then you'll just skip that shit and it'll go straight to where you left off. You feel what I mean? Straight into, you feel what I mean, the episode. So I want to see what exactly is gonna happen and how this is gonna be said and done from Snyder himself before I actually jump the gun and give my full opinion about what I think about how this will be released and in what form. But with that being said, I do fully believe that there will be a full film version. It will be released. We'll definitely be able to get this on Blu-ray. You feel me? And own it. You feel me? Somewhere down the line, and yeah, you feel me? I think the only thing to keep, be hopeful that the benefit of this is that we may be able to get more footage and more things that were left out from, you feel me, from the assembly cut, you feel what I mean, before, he cut it down to that 214. But outside of that, I can't, really give too much negative opinion until I actually know the details. Like
Agreed.
this is still all rumor at the end of the day. Granted, you do have a lot of, like they say, there's smoke, there's fire. You do have a lot of people talking about this. A lot of people that, you feel me, allegedly have credentials and shit in the industry. You feel what I mean? Even Grace Randolph is saying that this is the talk of the town right now, that they pretty much they got, the deal done with the Snyder Cut. So it could be a thing. We could be hearing more about this very soon. You feel what I mean? But
Hmm.
this week or the next coming days. So just I would say, everybody, and even to you yourself, Kojay, just maybe we should just not celebrate, but also,
Oh, I'm not
just
celebrating yet.
take this W, and that we won this battle. It's not fucking won yet. The whole war is not won yet, but they won this battle, and it's looking like, you feel what I mean. We can take the whole war soon. Like,
Hmm. And one good thing is I trust Snyder. He's always uh he cares about his vision so much because even like for SnyderCon the director's cut screening event, um did he choose the ultimate Watchmen cut to play? No, he chose the director's cut. So he knows which is the film experience that he approves, and I
proves,
trust
yeah,
that, you know,
you are right.
because
That's
that's
why I
why
say
that.
we have to
Hmm.
wait, and we just have to wait and see what happens with it. Like, you feel me? And
Yeah.
what they do with it, and what Snyder says. You feel what I mean? Like with it, whatever Snyder says, I'm sure he's gonna make sense of it. You feel what I mean? Like,
Right.
he's not just gonna be like, oh well, you feel me? This is how they want to do it, and here you guys go. You feel me? Like, I'm sure he's gonna give us a full breakdown and understanding of what we're about to get and what the fuck's about to happen and how all this is about to go down. And
Hmm.
once we get that, you feel what I mean? We'll be able to definitely know where he's coming from, is how, as far as how he's gonna present this film to us. Like, and I think that, you feel me, in a sense, we have to be happy about that too, because, you feel me, based on how far we've come, where we didn't know shit, you feel me, and everyone was saying it didn't exist. Now we're at the point now, all we have to do was just, in a sense, wait for the man himself. Like Grace Randolph said that, you feel me, if oh, they updated Steam again, cool. You feel me? Grace Randolph said that if a big trade, makes an article about it or drops an article about it saying that it's coming, that she'll do a video about it. And if that happens, if a trade makes an article about it, and then she starts making videos about it, then you can might as well say all the other big YouTubers are about to start making videos about it, and all the other big journals are going to do the same thing, and then you can just officially, you can kind of say that it's announced. Hopefully that doesn't
Mm.
happen. Hopefully that, Snyder gets the opportunity to get that announcement out there himself. But we don't know what's gonna happen within these next 2 days, and we just gotta be vigilant. You feel me? And you feel me? Yeah, just be vigilant. I'm not gonna tell you. You feel me? I mean, they don't go rabid mad, because it's been 2.5 years, so I can't blame you
Yeah.
for being rabid. You feel me?
Yeah,
But just
no,
be
I already got
vigilant.
people congratulating each other. I'm like, yo, 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 I love the love, but we ain't there yet, you know? We still gotta be at the front lines.
That's why I told everyone, yeah, keep definitely use the hype, right off the hype, but save the celebration. You feel me? I don't want to see motherfuckers sending pictures to the chat of them sipping that champagne yet. We ain't doing
Yeah,
that
man.
yet.
I remember once upon a time, uh, I was at NIFA and we were doing a film thesis for one of my boys. And after the first day of shooting, we were feeling so good, fired up, da da da. For some reason, we went back to the house, and for some without knowing, we got overhyped, and we started the rap party after first day of shooting. Next day, uh, all woke up late. Every shots were canceled. It was horrible, and it was a nightmare on the way out. So I'm like,
Oh wow,
I'm
damn.
already like cursed by like celebrating too early. You know, I don't do that. Celebrate after we get
Yep,
the win, after we get the victory, after we get the title, after the war is won and peace can be enjoyed, then celebrate.
yep, I agree. I
So,
agree. Damn.
yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have fucking opened this, because that fucking made me forget my next point.
What did you open? What, Steam?
Yeah, I just updated something. Yeah, updated Steam.
It's all good. Well, we got articles, we got the miniseries thing we talked about, Grace Randolph, her little story thing. What else are we missing?
Well, a YouTuber named Matt Jarbo, he was saying that he got information that the reason why WB, I guess, ended up folding was because, I guess, in a nutshell, that they had no original content and everything, and apparently AT&T wanted something that, you feel me, that can, boost the buzz, and for the platform or whatever. He also talked about how The Rock, was really pushing for a cohesive shared universe that would involve bringing back Henry Cavill, who, of course, as you all know, is in the Snyder Cut,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so I guess that would go into how Grace Randolph was saying that this could be their quote unquote Mandalorian. You feel me? I think people are sticking too much to the fact that Mandalorian was an episodic, show. You feel me? That was that's runtime was completely random, and just I think you need to just stick to the fact and the idea that the Mandalorian was pretty much the shining main, thing on HBO Max that kept people there. You feel what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
kept people there, kept viewers there. You feel what I mean? Everything else was just you know, re-uploaded shit. You feel me? Let's just say.
Uh-huh.
So
But even if that, shit, the web series will post whenever Mandalorian or whatever will post. People will rewatch. You don't need to web series something or uh, worry about something not being a web series. You know what I mean? I think as long as you have some original that you can only see there, you'll go there.
exactly.
Because the cool thing
That's what I'm
about
trying to say.
Snyder's films,
Just because it's being
yeah,
compared to the Mandalorian doesn't mean it'll be released like the Mandalorian.
exactly, and also
Because you have to
people,
remember that a lot of people didn't like that the Mandalorian came out on a weekly basis.
exactly. There you go. You took it out of my mouth. That too, and because people like rewatchability. Sometimes when things are stretched out, even on Titans, when it took forever for episodes to come out, when I'm used to Netflix, yo, when Netflix puts a series out, it's all out. I've already rewatched
Yeah.
like some of my favorites, but then back when I was digging Titans season one, I'm not gonna get into season two. Fuck that shit. But with season one, um, I had a hard time enjoying rewatching it because I had to wait till it finished. And then by the time it finished, I was over. I didn't even bother rewatching it. So I think rewatchability, especially with Snyder's films, where the fans love rewatching his films, put the whole thing out.
Yep.
People will stay on longer.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yep. Jarbo also went in to say that, you feel me, that Snyder could be up for more DC projects in the future, and that it could be in the works as well. We also can't ignore the Ayer cut, and if this is in play as well too, with David Ayer talking a lot more about his cut building up to, you know, all of this. He
Which he
even
revealed something from his cut too.
today he revealed today that he revealed two things that I think Diablo survives,
Mm-hmm.
and Suicide Squad. Yeah, we all pretty much knew that for a while, but he also revealed that that
Deadshot.
Deadshot and Harley Quinn started dating. I guess at the end of the film. All right, so at that point, which you can actually, and I think we've talked about that before too, where you can actually see shades of that in the Suicide Squad film that's out. You feel me? Like if you
Mm-hmm. They
pay
had like a
Coca,
bond.
exactly, you can kind of see them two growing on each other in a sense in certain scenes of the film, but they kind of did a good job editing it in a way where it didn't lead anywhere, and you didn't really wonder why, but
But it was there.
it was that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so there is also talk that what if this leads to more? What if this is good? The Ayer cut. More DC film, some Snyder. You feel me? The return of the Snyderverse. You feel me? That was never
Mm-hmm.
gone. You feel me?
See, web series that shit up.
The five film arc.
Web series that shit up, man.
You feel me? Like, so what do you think about that coming? What do you think the chances of us getting the whole kit and caboodle?
Well, I think that will be more likely with the success of SnyderCut, which I do not doubt. So I believe that the beauty of SnyderCut is that it'll open up more doors for HBO Max. Not even Warner Brothers; they don't even know how to open up doors. They're stupid. But HBO Max and AT&T, this will give them opportunity for more content to build up because this is not just a film coming out of nowhere. This is a film that had build up of previous films and storylines. So it's like getting back to a track that was already to go so many miles ahead. So it's like not that difficult to continue world building as opposed to world build from uh, level one. It's like just picking up where you last left off, and there's so much rich content to play around. Possibilities are endless, and if they want more content, invest in that. They'll get their more content, and it already has a loyal fan base, so that's just something that will grow. You just gotta be a patient gardener.
Yeah, yeah. Be the patient gardener.
Be the patient gardener.
Well said, Kojay. Well said.
Thank you.
And again, this is, you know, an interesting day for everybody. Some people can't help themselves, because the whole thing is like, we would be able to help ourselves a little bit if all these journals and bloggers weren't reneging so damn early. They're reneging, they're trying to cop the plea and renege already.
It's like
And
a
I
scoop
remember on
contest.
Pelly's chat, I had on Go Deep, I had a discussion with Pelly about how this is really how it's gonna look when this shit pop off. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Low key, all of a sudden, you feel me? All these random voices and random journals are gonna start reneging and coming out of nowhere, saying like, start saying shit like, "Oh, we're hearing shit," like, "Oh man, oh my God." Then are you gonna hear all this subliminal shit hit in the bubble before, you feel what I mean, they officially announce it? You feel me? Because that's what always happens. Like, you feel me? Like, everybody thinks this is all taking place. You feel me? Where we're at. You feel me? But they don't know this shit either. You feel me? Like, so when the information hits, you feel me? That's when they're gonna try their best, not to have it explode in their face. So they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, something's coming. We hear stuff. Like, I guess you guys are right. Like, oh my bad. I guess anything can happen. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? You talking about the Snyder Cut? Oh, all right. Do I hear whispers of Snyder Cut?
What?
Again, soon, you feel me? Maybe within the next few days, we might be reading about this. Well, we might hear it from Snyder himself. You feel me? And then we might be reading about this in the trades and everything too. And then at that point, it's a done deal. And then, you feel me? That's when we start tar and feathering people.
Yep.
Like, straight up.
Hell yeah, man.
Let the tarring and feathering begin.
You have been so stupid, so bothersome towards us for so long.
Yeah. So how much are you looking forward to the Man of Steel watch party? I know you've probably seen that film many a time.
Yes, it's my favorite film. Seeing ways, I still can't get enough of it. So, thing I can only say is like, shit, I'm at work. I'm gonna miss the whole thing, so I'm gonna have to be like everybody else and rewatch it BVS style after the fact. I think it'll be posted on YouTube. If not, it's gonna be on Vero, like the BBS one is on Vero. So I'll just play it from Vero, and then watch Man of Steel and catch up that way. But if there's any big news, I'm pretty confident I'll hear it.
Yeah, you definitely will, cause it's the 18th already. You feel me? The day's almost over today, so it's only one more day for because the watch party's on on Wednesday, so one more day tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow. You feel me? But then the watch party's on early Wednesday. Even if you do miss it, I'm sure that, you feel me, like, they'll probably have it recorded in some way. Other people will probably record it, so you'll be able to go back and watch it. You feel what I mean? While you probably even more comfortably, because then you can just probably toss on Man of Steel however you want, and just like, listen, and it'll work. So first for you yourself, Kojay, and anybody else out here that hears that, don't feel too down if you're not able to catch the watch party, live.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if something happens then on there, you'll definitely fucking know. Like, Kojay will know. I'll make sure he knows. I'll call his ass at fucking work. Like, I'll call his job and shit. Like, where the fuck Kojay at? He not picking up his phone. Put him on the phone.
Yo, I do appreciate you do that for me, man. I appreciate that big time. You had no idea.
Word up. Hell yeah. Well, I would be making a lot of phone calls, and yours is gonna be one of the first. Like, It might even be the first.
Oh yeah.
Depending on whose name I see first on my log, you feel me? Motherfuckers are getting called. You feel me? Like for real.
Hey yo, this is also good news because one of my patients, I saw him recently. It was interesting. He was just talking about movies, and he said he got into it himself because I get people talking and makes them comfortable, so the testing process is not that bad. But he was saying that his hobby is collecting director's cuts of films, any film. He just loves director's cuts, and he likes the stories behind it. So I introduced him to SnyderCut, and then I got to find out what he felt about it, and he loves it. He just can't wait for it, and I wish I could see him again and tell him the good news, because unfortunately he has a situation he's not going to be with us for much longer. But the fact that this news, should it be legit, just makes me happy for that guy because he's going to be able to enjoy it for sure.
Word up. Joy in the world, man. Shout out
Yeah,
to
man.
that guy. I hope he gets struck with a miracle, but
Yeah, I know.
life throws us its trials and tribulations.
Yep.
Yeah, if you gotta go, you gotta go. But hey, enjoy your time while you're here.
Life is too precious, everyone.
Yeah, it is. And that's why we will all be enjoying SnyderCut when it comes out, especially for the people who fought for this and may not be here with us today.
Yep.
People that we may not even know about who wanted to see this film
I know
and was
of
struck.
definitely of two people who really wanted Snyder cut out who've passed away since uh, November 2017 to now, who really wanted to see it. So the sooner the better. That's what I'm saying, because that's just not
Yeah,
right. True, in fact, we don't know where we go afterwards. We don't know if this world matters, but I feel that whatever we do in life takes us wherever we're going to be going, and it's just nice if we could do everything our passions desire. Obviously, that's not always the case, life and death and all that, but um, when a certain thing is denied to the people for so long, it's just stupid. So that's on Warner Brothers' end.
wherever those people go, I hope they end up in a place that's not only beautiful, but a place where they can see the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, amen to that.
Amen. And this also, with such a good timing, you feel me, goes into, the ending of Sean O'Connell's book. He looks
Ah,
like
that's
he finally got
right.
an ending, you feel me? Like, so,
Yeah, because I don't know what's the
I
status
bet
with
he
that.
was
Is that
sweating
coming
over
out
that,
now?
like, whew. He's probably like, whew. So that's pretty cool that, he was able to wrap up his book and get it. He said he finished it up, but I guess not. Obviously it's probably not in a hardcover or anything. But
Mm.
with events going how they're going now, I don't think it's gonna be so finished. You got a
Hey,
little, you got a little bit more writing to do, my friend. But
hey,
yeah,
yeah. But hey, I'm happy for him because um, he's been 100 with us and a stand-up guy to this date,
yeah.
and I appreciate
Sean
that.
O'Connell was definitely cool people, for sure. Cool guy. Not only did he use himself and his own voice to support the Snyder Cut, you feel me, and people in the movement, but he also used his platform and other people, you feel me, that were on his platform, with that being Cinema Blend, that gave us, a real good push and was a real good ally, you feel me, and still is a good ally in the movement when we have to go head up against these, journos and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It means a lot.
Definitely. Thank you, Sean. All the best to your
Yeah, I
book.
may not agree with, I'll read every article that Cinema Blend writes, but yes, definitely thank you to y'all. Regardless what anybody in any fandom says about you, when it comes to fandom, they are wrong. You feel me? Because you stood by fandom when it mattered most.
Yeah.
So Cinema Blend can even write some fucking clickbait articles every now and again. Not saying they do, but cut them some slack, because when the chips are down and the fans need some help, you feel me? They there with you. Sean O'Connell's there with you, like, and that's saying a whole lot compared to, you feel me, a lot of these people in the industry that feed and write off this shit, and, you feel me, make a whole career off this shit and lift their nose to the average man and woman of the world.
Mm-hmm. Those people are the enemy to themselves,
Yeah.
mostly. But yeah, Sean O'Connell
Sean
is in the
O'Connell was proof
trenches.
and example that the only thing fans really want out of their experience is in fandom is respectful and proper engagement.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we want. That's
Pretty
all
much.
people want. That's why people join fandom. That's why people get into stuff like this. You feel me? They don't want to hear your snobby, douchey opinions about things in a 10,000 word film essay from you. You feel me? Like, you know, and Sean O'Connell, I feel like, is a guy that understands that. And he understood that from coming into the movement, that, you feel me, you gotta operate on our level and come to us on our level. You feel me? Like, that means you gotta join the debates. You feel what I mean? You gotta hop on the podcast. You feel me? You gotta engage with the fans on your social media platforms and really engage. And we're not asking you to toe the line and be suck ups, but, you feel me, be a fan. You feel me? Tell us what you think of these things. Have
Mm-hmm.
conversations about these things. Have debates about your favorite aspects of these films and the things that you didn't like about these films. Just be one of us. You feel what I mean? Because it's weird. You feel what I mean? When journals come around and then they try to, you can tell they just trying to pretend to be one of y'all. You feel what I mean? Like, and it's like they just trying to engage long enough. You feel what I mean? Till, you feel what I mean, get a few geek points and dip out. You know, it means something to be a part, you know, of a movement like this, and even in fandoms like this, because for a lot of people, this is maybe their only, you know, place to go to discuss things like this. You feel what I mean? And, you know, they want a genuine experience. They want, you know, genuine discussion and output from other people. You feel me? Like, because maybe someone may not have, you feel me, you know, tons of friends in real life that are into the same thing, those things that they're into. You feel me? And that's why fandom exists. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll, you know, to all the other journals out there, I think it's time for them. Do you feel what I mean? To, you know, get that chip off your shoulder. You feel what I mean? And then be a part of this for what it really is. And, you know, bloggers and vloggers if it likes too. Because if you can't, if you can't, you know, appreciate this on the level of the average man, and it always has to be some shit about scoops and stories and sources and all this shit,
Yeah.
then you're not really a fan, and you don't really need to be around. You feel me? Because nobody's gonna knock you for having a job or a profession or doing what you do, and that includes being being a journalist. You feel me? But, you know, we are gonna knock you for being fake about it. You know, we are.
Rightfully so.
Real shit. So, shout out to him and the release of SnyderCut book. You feel me? Hopefully, he also gave a shout out to Fiona today. He said thank you to Fiona, which, you know, means a lot. A lot of people are retweeting Fiona's tweets and showing her a lot of love,
That is
including RT
very good. I
SnyderCut.
like that because I want to use Source as well as this platform to say this though. But when I was starting out, I just Googled everybody. I didn't know nobody. I was just by myself on YouTube and Instagram, trying to support it or figure out what I'm going to do with it. But I have to say, Fiona, her posts and everything, she was really the first, even though I wasn't super active in the beginning with everybody. I was just trying to find my way. Whatever, long story. But anyways, her posts and her energy, it ignited my spirit. And I wish I got to know her, but she's always been 100 when I see her post and everything. And then when I hear the good she's done from the people who really knew her, big shout out to Fiona. Thank you. Fiona, you are my hero.
She is a queen. And she will
True
be forever.
badass. Hell yeah.
Yep, true badass. Warrior queen.
Booyah.
Yeah.
A real Wonder Woman
Boom,
with sword
yeah.
and shield. She's the Wonder Woman with the sword and shield.
Cut your balls off and eat your heart. Ah.
Oh,
Bitch will
dang.
stand on the mountain and be like, ah, and then we'll all be like,
Yo, she
ah.
Warrior Queen, not Cheetah. What the hell? I'm just playing.
Well, yeah, I guess. All right, she won't cut your balls off. That's not classy. But she rip your heart out, and
Yeah,
then she'll
with a
hold it
look.
like, ah. And then we'll all be like, yeah.
Yeah, we'll all just lose our minds. I think I will too. Like, oh my god, just say what she did.
But
uh,
yeah, I love the good energy. I love the positive energy, the good feeling around. I hope it leads up and rumbles into more. Also, TheSnyderCut dropped this second roundtable today. You feel me? On
oh,
their
that's
on
right.
their SnyderCut YouTube channel. So for those who are interested in that, you feel me? I will definitely be checking that out today myself too. If you would like to check that out too, I think this one was hosted by one named Prime 76. Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Prime
You
7.
know.
That sounds familiar. I probably know him.
Yeah, I've seen a few of his videos. He definitely seems like a cool dude. You feel me? Seems like and also seems like a guy that has the hosting down and the streaming thing down. So we'll see how he does with this one. Him following up right after Manu. You feel me? Like, if for those who trying to say that, you feel me, the Snyder Cut movement is filled with a bunch of, you feel me, like, I guess they think we're a bunch of fat white nerds or some shit. Go fucking watch the roundtables, and you can see how much we're not a bunch of fucking fat white nerds. You feel me? Actually, the first two roundtables were hosted by black dudes. So, suck this dick. Like, fuck all you. You feel me? Like, fuck out of here. You know what I mean? We just make them look stupid at every turn. And that was just naturally. I didn't even expect that. You feel what I mean? I guess based on the lineup and the schedule. You feel me? But yeah, Manu United was first, and second to host will be Prime 76 out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out.
And what's cool about what Archie SnyderCut is doing with having different podcasters and these people will do posts and because I'm scheduled to do stuff. The first one I'm going to do is with Zodrider or Peely. Oh shit, I forgot. Anyways, I'm rolling with those guys on some round tables for Archie SnyderCut. But what's
Oh,
cool I
word. Dope,
noticed,
dope.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I forgot if I said it or not. But what's cool about that is I'm noticing a lot of the YouTubers because if you do a podcast or YouTube, it takes some time. You know, us here at 40, me 44, and all of us at Sourcewell, which is just you, me, and 44. I don't know why there's three of us, but I'm getting older. But the thing is that it's a lot of work and we're busy, and it's kind of cool because all these people are getting to know each other, and it's kind of like a camaraderie of people who do a special, similar type of talent. So it's really bringing people together, and I think that is the idea because there's so much of us out
Mm-hmm.
there. You listener, you are a SnyderCut supporter, and I thank you very much. So if you have something to say, use whatever device or platform you can do. We all have apps. We all have creativity. Find something that works and just put some content out there. Help Zach, help the movement, Release the SnyderCut, push the hashtag. It's still going on because even when it's out, we still got to celebrate it. It's going to be fun. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I wish I can pull up the fucking a host list for the podcast. I wish they pinned that to the top. I'm gonna tell
Oh,
them
that'd
pin the
been
host list to
cool.
the top of the. I can't find it.
uh,
That's what it would say to Archie Snyder. But let's see if I can give it like 5 seconds and scroll down and maybe it'll pop up. Or maybe I went to the wrong thing. Try that again. Try this. Well, I give up. Either way, there's some great hosts, cut up on there. Like you said, Cody said, Pelly from Go Deep will be one of the hosts. Zod Rider, another great, host and podcaster will also be on there. You feel me? You got Man United already did Manu. You feel me? Prime 76 is also, Reasons Why I'm Broke podcast. I think they're supposed to be doing one too. A list of other people, even people that I don't even know. So not only will it be interesting to see these podcasts coming out, but it will be interesting to see new people and new voices that that you can be introduced to that I haven't even been introduced to yet. So
Mm.
either people that and I don't mean like I haven't spoken to them. I mean, people that I didn't even know were on Twitter or anything. And they're all new people to me. So there might be if I'm leaving you out or anything. My apologies and all that. But yeah, I'm definitely behind y'all, and me and Kojay over here at Source Wall, we pushing it. You feel me? So check that out, SnyderCut page for sure. Feel me? Especially with these next coming days and all that. You feel me? It might be, you feel me, a channel to go to and get used to with some new talk and speculation, especially with the Snyder Cut allegedly coming out. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And who knows how big the round table can grow.
That's true. Anything else we want to add? I feel like we've
Mm,
touched bases with everything else we need to hit, right?
I would say, yeah, you can go to shout outs. And I think it's really, we don't, I don't even know, don't want to need to waste any time on Twitter shit, Like I said, there's people clowning, people crying, hella salt online. They expect more salt. But at least the
Mm-hmm.
Snyder Cut is trending right now, too, so. Yeah, and shit is real. I think it's trending over 20,000 K right now. It might
Woohoo!
be, it might be even higher. But so yeah, keep up the good work, everybody. Don't celebrate yet. You feel me? You'll know when to celebrate. You feel me?
When you
And
have the
release the
movie in
Snyder
your
Cut.
position to rewatch as many times as you like without interruption, that's a celebration, I believe.
Yep, and of course we shout out to Tim Chap, DTS, Ronaldo, Jeff, Andy, Nasco, you know, all the motherfuckers, Pelly. You feel me? Brian, JD, you know what I'm saying? Corbin and shit. All you guys, Ben W. Can't forget him. Almost
Nah,
did,
nah.
but and of course you feel me, B Pass too. Shout out to you and AP. All you guys, anybody else I missed, you feel me? Much love to Fiona, you feel me? The one that started this and got us this far to where we're at, you feel me? Change there's gonna be historical moments, so send it to you, Kojay.
Uh, oh, for shoutouts? Oh, dang, I'm not.
Say whatever you want to say.
Well, number one thing is, there's so many people. I just don't want to sound like a punk, but I do mean it. I want to shout out to everybody who's been following me, following 44, following Sourcewall. Uh, y'all who've been promoting the Snyder Cut when we had to like drag ourselves through the mud and everything, and we never gave up. This is a testament to all you. We're getting this far because of all of you. Whether you've promoted it in small, simple, easy ways, just by sharing a post or whatever, every movement and move counts. And uh, it's true because I've carried my sign to all the wrestling events to get on camera, and every time it got on camera, either decently or well or prominently. But the last
Yep.
time I was able to get on camera, it was recognized and people wrote articles the next day. That could not have happened without everyone else promoting Snyder Cut, because
Yep.
if that
And
was
gives
only me,
Kojay
that
his
would have happened
respect
the
too,
first
because he
time,
did that
but it
shit
didn't.
multiple times. Went up there multiple times from the beginning. Feel me? When the
That's
shit was
true.
lukewarm to the shit was warm to when the shit was hot. He was bringing them signs over there. And you did get that article. And not
Yeah.
only did you get an article, they was talking about that on the news and everything too. And they had it on YouTube. You feel me? You did a big thing in that sense by, bringing that into the WWE fandom. You feel me?
Yeah, it was my platform, so I figured I'd use it, right? But
Yeah,
what I'm
and
saying,
bringing people that are interested in that. You feel what I mean? You show them how to find it.
yeah,
Like,
that was the goal. But like what I was saying is that last time it got noticed was because everyone voicing up, you know? Because they're like, hey, there's that sign again. Hey, what was this? Like that
that was
couldn't have
Raw,
happened
right?
without everybody. Yeah, that was Raw.
I
Raw.
think I saw that when that time at the bar, yo.
Yeah, you can see
I
it
think
when
that I think that
Asuka
was the
and
one I
Becky Lynch are
saw.
in the top rope. And you see my niece
Yeah.
there too.
Cause I was at the bar with some white boys, you feel me, and my friends, you feel me, like right
For
down the
real?
street from me, and they, yeah, for real, and they always watch wrestling every time it's on, you feel me, like SmackDown and Raw,
Hey.
you feel me, every night, you feel me, and I was there that night, and they was watching that shit, and cause the bar already told the bartender about it, and you feel me, and then he pointed out to me like, oh, he dude got to release the SnyderCut sign. I said to him like, yo, that's my bro Kojay. You know what I
Hey.
mean? And I think I told you, and I've told you I saw you that night. You feel what I mean? Or
That's
later
right.
that
That's
night and
right.
shit when I hopped on Twitter and talked to you, I was like, yo, I saw that shit. You feel me? Like, yeah, man, like that shit reaches a lot of people. They make it seem like people don't watch wrestling, but they do. You feel me? Like across the world, like. And also, you feel me, other people who've done the same thing too. Shout out to y'all too, man. You feel me? The FA Cup thing was a really cool thing too. You feel me? Bringing it into the soccer realm. You feel me?
I'm proud of that too. I worked on that one too.
Word up,
I
see?
was
We out here.
yeah, we doing stuff. I was treasure on that. I wrote the check. So it's my thumb you see in that Chris Wong video.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's kind of so funny because, they do try to throw shade at us a little bit and, you feel me, talk
Ooh.
shit about our homies and all that shit. But y'all be surprised of how interconnected we are. Even I know y'all looking at our little small YouTube channel and everything too, like, oh yeah, y'all a little small, but yeah, like trust me, me and Kojay, motherfuckers. You feel me, like for real, like
I've been
we've been
busy.
living, breathing this movement for pretty much 2 years now. You feel me, like.
Yeah,
And,
that's true.
and
Wow.
it definitely benefited us mind, body, and spirit. At least for me, you feel me? And I definitely think for Kojay too. You feel me? Like.
Hell yeah.
So I know it may seem like, you feel me, one set of people are just doing everything, or you don't know how this stuff is getting done. But yeah, but a lot of people's hands are getting put on things. Even I helped out on like 2 events. You feel what I mean? Granted, a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. You feel me? But yeah, you feel me? Like even I had to help out on like 2 events, like that ass, like
Yeah, even our
so.
boy T Flame, like on the latest on his debut on whatchamacallit, Go Deep. He was even saying he was putting up flyers in like 2018 in areas where he's like, maybe I shouldn't be putting flyers here. I'm gonna get shot. You know, that's like real.
Exactly. Like man, I was rocking that Snyder cut. I was rocking that Zack Snyder JL shirt, fucking hoodie everywhere, and I still do. Like I be wearing that shit to the hood and all that shit. Like
Hell
the
yeah,
fuck,
man.
especially with I be wearing that shit with the scorpion mask. You feel what I mean? And the black boots
Eee.
and shit. I be out here. You feel me? So like. I be letting motherfuckers know, but if you don't know about it when you see me, you know now. You feel me? Like, what the hell is Zack Snyder's JL? Like, nigga, you know now, nigga. Look it up. You feel me?
Amen.
You feel me? Like straight up. So shout out to everybody, you feel me, that has, has done their part and done whatever they could, for real. Like
Hell yeah. This is taking everybody. Everyone move someone makes it's because a lot of other people help us get there, and that's a beautiful thing. We can own that.
yeah, shout out to T Flame and Tyler too. And Jeffrey too over there, you feel what I mean? The 3 Musketeers over there, you feel me? We be seeing y'all definitely killing it, you feel me? Y'all been doing a great job, you feel what I mean?
Yeah,
Fighting for the movement and everything. You feel me?
definitely. Subjective reviews and strong arm flicks, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Like T Flame, you're consistent as shit. You feel me? Motherfuckers can always count on him, you feel what I mean, to be streaming or talking about something SnyderCut. You feel me? And Tyler, you feel what I mean? He's also consistent and you feel me? He got some good videos. Even that multiverse video that he did was pretty good. Hope he does more though. That shit was funny.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I watched that shit like 3 times. Shit would have me rolling. I showed like 3 of my homies that shit. I'm like, yo, bro, watch this shit. Shit was mad funny. Like so. It's like everybody keep up the good work, man. We're not there yet, but we'll be there soon. And also the work that you put into this, it will go on past this, for a long time. So never forget that.
Mhm.
I'm saying all these hopeful things. I'm stealing Kojay's thing.
No, no, I love it. I love it. I'm just like, yeah.
But yeah, I don't. I guess the only thing we can really talk about left is, what'll be in the Snyder Cut and what'll come next. But maybe that's something we can save for another podcast.
Yeah, that sounds like on the next episode. But also, we're coming close to chaptering this, so I guess it's a good time to end, anyways.
Yeah, this might want to be one of our shorter ones, but yeah, it'll be just as good.
Yeah. It's not really the quantity, but the quality.
Yep.
All
So
right,
yeah, good
well,
night, everybody. Good morning, everybody. You feel me? Afternoon, everybody. Whatever time you're listening to it. This is 44.
this is
That's
Kojay.
Kojay. And release the Snyder Cut, bitches.
Hey.